Okay, I'm joined now by Ricky Marheineke following the Ives 3-1 defeat to AFC Sudbury. Ricky, you said, literally before the interview, just said there's been a bit of an inquest, and I guess the right word after that.
Yeah, a little bit of an inquest. When I say inquest, it's just making the players aware. You know, we've spoken a lot about the amount of goals we've conceded and where them goals come from, how they arise, the build-up play that leads to goals against us. We've spoken about it. We've done some analytic stuff on Thursday night and showed the players and talked a lot. And listen, ultimately, we've lost the game because of our flaws in our concentration, lack of discipline, 2 stupid free kicks, one for the first goal, one for the second goal, key times in the game. The first goal obviously is so important in these games. We conceded it, and then the goal just after half time again. So that was what we discussed, but also our lack of belief and our lack of fight and our lack of desire when we conceded the third goal, and there was still a long time for us to get back into it. We didn't use that time well enough at all. It become a complete mess in the last 20-25 minutes, and we lost the game without even putting up a fight, which is really poor, because it's the first time for a long time that I can say that about the team. I think even in the last 2 defeats against Barwell and Bromsgrove, I thought there was a lot more positives than negatives. I thought the first half today was okay. We had the better of the chances. I think Josh Allen had 2 and Amir had 1. And apart from their goal and the nicely worked corner, they didn't really threaten our goal. But the second half, unfortunately, was a bit of a mess. We started it poorly. The goal was a poor goal to concede, and then we didn't do anywhere near enough to show the fight and the hunger and the desire to want to get back into the game.
What do you sort of put that down to? Because like going at half time, we're sort of 1-1, aren't we? We're back in the game, right, sort of stuff. But second half, as you say, we weren't really at the races, were we?
Yeah, listen, I think there's 4 out of the last 5 games. In all 5 of the last 5 games, there's been a goal within the first 3 minutes. Telford, we were 2 up and then conceded straight after half time. Kettering, we were 1 up, conceded straight after half time. Bromsgrove, we scored just after half time. Barwell last week, we conceded just after half time. And then today, we conceded just after half time. So there was a few bits and pieces. We spoke about the restart, and we got the restart wrong, which sets the wrong example. And then we speak about discipline, and we give away a silly foul, and then the ball goes in. We speak about responsibility from set plays. The Barwell goal on Saturday, we spoke about taking responsibility in tracking runners and making sure that you defend and want to defend and don't pass responsibility onto somebody else. And today the 9's not picked up. He's lost his man. It's a good header, to be fair, and it's a good delivery, but we're not defending it. And listen, there's lots of things that you can look at and highlight, but ultimately the 3 goals that we conceded today, all 3 from set plays, they haven't really opened us up until we had to change shape and commit men and try and get back into the game, and it become a bit of a mess. That they were a bit of a threat on the counter-attack in the last 10 minutes, but it didn't open us up. I don't remember Dan Wilkes having to make any saves. Yet they've scored 3 goals and we've conceded another 3. You know, we're averaging 2.5 goals a game against, and teams are not having to work hard enough to score against us, and that's not a good sign when you're in the situation that we're currently in.
It was labelled before the game as like a 6-pointer as good as, and the pressure is now on, I guess, against Halesowen next week, isn't it? But then again, we've shown, haven't we, that we can beat teams in the top 6.
Listen, we've got 5 games to go. When we get down to the last game, that's when there's pressure to stay up. Mm-hmm. We've just got to, with this group, we've been playing well. You know, today is really disappointing. It's really hard to take, and it's frustrating because the second half performance wasn't anything like what we're capable of, and I think that the third goal really hit us hard, and we can't afford in our situation to allow that to happen in games. So I'm not going to stand here and say that we're really struggling or that we're in a real muddle. We're not. Can we beat Halesowen? Absolutely. Can we beat Harbour? Absolutely. Can we beat Bishop Stortford, Royston? Absolutely. Stratford last game of the season, if it comes down to it and we need to beat Stratford last game of the season, can we? Absolutely. So I'm not at this moment in time panicking. I've always said to the players, when I start panicking, you need to start panicking. There's a long way to go. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns. If you offered me to swap with any of the teams below us, then you're not going to. Points on the board is where it's at. We're on 3 straight defeats. We need to make sure that run doesn't continue.
And what do you reckon? A win, draw, 2 wins?
I said 40, 47. That's what I said. I think we'll keep you up. I still think 47, maybe 48. So yeah, 4 or 5 points. And listen, we're all in the same situation. You know, there's probably 6, 7 teams that are in the same situation, and
you feel that Sudbury have got the momentum out of a lot of them.
Listen, I don't think it's not necessarily momentum, it's performance. I thought Sudbury did all right. They played their shape relatively well, but they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to do anything today. They tossed 2 balls into our box and scored 2 goals. It's that's my concern. It's teams, we have to play really well to win, and teams don't have to play well against us to beat us. So we just have to focus on us and concentrate on us. Momentum is what it is. You know, I think you can create momentum at any point, and we need to go into the Howe Zone game and believe that we can win.
And then just looking sort of into the squad, what we have at the moment between now and the end of the season, you've this week strengthened it by bringing in Claudio Diaz. A word on him?
Yeah, he's a real good lad. He's got good experience. He's going to be good around the group. He's a fresh face, and I think will help us in this period. He's been at this level a long time, and really pleased to have him on board. And
just one final word, just going back to Tuesday night at the Hunt Senior Cup, just a word on that and your thoughts on
that. Yeah, listen, I thought it was a good battle. I thought St Neots was a real good competitive game, and congratulations to St Neots. I thought they were a good threat on the counter attack against us. We were a bit sloppy in possession, turned over the ball too much and allowed them to counter us, but I thought that they were good. They were a threat from set plays. The delivery was excellent, and when they had to defend, they defended for their lives. And we can actually look at that St Neots team and look at the game from Tuesday night and learn a lot about having a desire to want to keep the ball.
Penalty shootout. It's a lottery, isn't it? As well?
Yeah, the penalty shootout was a penalty shootout. We probably. Listen, I made some changes. That game was on me. We started Jono, we started Habib, we started Greg. The first half, we didn't do anywhere near enough. The goal we conceded was from a rubbish set play again. Didn't do enough to want to defend the goal, and then the second goal was a mistake. But the overall game, I thought second half we did all right. First half we weren't very good. But that was probably down to my team selection. So that's on me. Today was more important. If you'd said win today and lose the cup final, would you have took that? Absolutely. The fact that we've lost on Tuesday and lost today is a double whammy. So listen, it's a bit of a down place, but it's our job to pick them up and go again.
Okay, cheers, Ricky.
Thank you.